RCR Wireless News, I'm Sean Kinney, and I'm here at the AT&T Drive Studio with Todd Rose, who's the lead product development manager here at the Drive Studio. So Todd, thank you so much for bringing us inside to take a look at the exciting work you do here. And for the folks that may not be familiar, tell us a little bit about the facility and what the goal is.
Sure. So the AT&T Drive Studio is located in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're right across from actually Georgia Tech. And this area within Atlanta is called Midtown, and very innovative. A lot of startups are going on here, a lot of innovation. We have an incubator across the street, and obviously Georgia Tech brings a huge amount of resources, not only to AT&T, but to the community.
And so tell us about what we're sitting in here. You told me it's called a buck, which was a term I wasn't familiar with.
Yes, so we call it the buck affectionately. And this is really a way that we can demo to our partners and our customers the services that we're building on top of the LTE service. So very easy for me to move different hardware into this. We have all automotive grade hardware in here, and if there's any changes that need to be done, can be done very easy, much easier than if we had to do a car. And then certainly it's a great tool for us to use to show our customers and partners how we're evolving in this space.
Now I'm really excited to learn a little bit about AT&T Drive, which is your connected car platform. So as we discuss that, can you give us a high-level overview of AT&T Drive, and then we'll jump into some of the features that it enables?
Sure, and AT&T Drive is a very modular platform. It's applications and services that are intended for the driver to use in a safe manner. One of the things that AT&T has really tried to do, and the foundation of the Drive Studio, is to create services in the car that don't increase distraction in the vehicle. So you're familiar with the AT&T It Can Wait campaign and texting and driving. We certainly would like people to put their phones in their glove compartment or in their console and be able to communicate with the car and certainly send text messaging or voice memos in a safe manner. What we've done is we've taken applications and we call drive-enabled them. So the definition of that is really to make that application, though it may be a common application used today on your iPhone or your Android device, but in a way that you can actually do it, building it in a way that you can actually use that app in the car in a safe manner.
Okay, so you just seamlessly sort of integrate the mobile functions that we're all used to into the vehicle, and in a way that's seamless and safe for the driver. Right.
Trying to change that behavior where you have a cell phone in your hand and you're down, your eyes are buried into the cell phone. That's not conducive to driving. So moving it to more of a service that you can operate in the vehicle safely.
Okay, so I recognize some of these icons on screen here, but walk us through what's available here.
So we have, we selected certain applications to build to the platform. We're not limited to a number of applications, but we tried to get, something from every genre so that we can show, different services. Like I say, the platform is very modular. So if one of our customers come in here, and most of our customers are the car companies, manufacturers, they come in here and they like a certain aspect of our Drive platform, then we can certainly pull that out and integrate it into their vehicles.
So tell us a little bit about, I see Glimpse down there. I recall that as a sort of a location sharing application.
That's right, and it makes a lot of sense to have it in the front seat of a car. Especially if you're driving to an appointment or driving to meet someone, you can easily send a glimpse and they can actually track your progress as you get closer. We took Glimpse one step further and worked with Glimpse to create a pick-me-up app. So within your circle of friends, you would actually just drag and drop your picture which would be on your phone, to the person that wants to be picked up, drag it and drop it to the person that's going to be picking you up. They can get that notification from their watch or on their cell phone, get in their car, and it would automatically migrate into the car, and then the car's GPS would navigate the driver to that person's location, and that person would be able to see as they get closer.
Right, and you touched on it earlier when you mentioned the It Can Wait campaign, but texting and driving, big problem in Austin where I live, very expensive ticket if you get caught doing it. Yeah. So how does that process work with AT&T Drive? I know text message probably not the right thing to call it, but how would I send that?
So what we do with the platform is we voice enable these services. So voice is not anything new in a vehicle, but what we try to do is use natural speech voice engines. You can actually tell this car, and I can demo it for you, to send a text message, and that text message could be anybody in my contact list, or I can dictate a phone number to send that text message to. All of this is a voice communication with the car, pushing your voice button, talking your car, and then sending that message. No need to take your eyes off what's in front of you or your hands off the steering wheel.
Feature for the driver, but I know you guys also have some fantastic features for the passengers, particularly in your infotainment suite. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we bring Wi-Fi to the car, and that's not uncommon. We're seeing that in a lot of vehicles. Certainly some of the vehicles AT&T is providing LTE service to, but Wi-Fi in the car can connect up to multiple devices utilizing a high gain antenna that's sitting on the roof, so much better than pairing your phone, or pardon me, creating a hotspot on your phone. If you look at your phone, the antenna on your phone is really intended to support your phone, where the antenna on a car can support multiple devices. So you're seeing up to 8 devices being connected in vehicles. We're also working on bringing content to the back seat. So when you think about AT&T and our DirecTV merger, that's an aspect that we're looking at bringing, certainly that relationship that we have with DirecTV into the backseat of the car.
Right, and I know a lot of this technology is selected by OEMs and incorporated into new vehicles, but I think there's also a solution available for people that might not be able to buy a new car, sort of an aftermarket solution, right?
Sure. So you hear OBD2, which is Onboard Diagnostics 2 plugins. These are, we're all familiar with some of the commercials where the insurance companies are asking you to plug this into your OBD2 to plug. We have actually at our stores, we're selling an AudioVox service, which you plug in your car, all the information that's gathered on that is private to you. You can do driver scores, so if you have multiple drivers in the family, you can score them. You can create geofences, so if you have a teen driver in the family and you don't want them to go outside a certain area, you can be text message if they break that geofence. They have DTC codes, which are trouble diagnosis code. Most people would recognize those as a check engine light in their car, but this would actually tell you what the issue of your car and if you need to take it to the dealership right away, or it can wait a couple of days to do it. It can trip map, it can show some fuel and oil change requirements, things like that.
So Todd, just if we take this as a whole, from your perspective, what's really the transformative power of a connected car solution like this?
So there's so much, and we're just starting to really break through and see all of the services that you can bring in the car. Very similar to phones, when we started to get smartphones and getting more bandwidth to the smartphone, it's just the amount of services exploded in what we could do with our phone. The same thing is about to happen to the car. So we're looking at this in so many different aspects as far as providing services to the OEMs like billing and working with them with security and those aspects, and also services that the consumer can utilize. Firmware over-the-air update, remote starting your car from anywhere, or unlocking the car from anywhere, controlling different other cloud-connected services like your home automation service. So there's just so many aspects. And what we're trying to do is take these applications, and if they can operate without the driver even engaging them, that's really the point where you're not even distracting the driver, and these applications are functioning and providing information to the driver that they want, either through predictive learning or through electronic means like a geofence.
So when we talk about the diagnostic capabilities, is it plausible to say that the car could figure out what's wrong with it and then perhaps present the driver with options for services? Your manufacturer recommends X body shop or X engine repair shop, which is 3.7 miles away.
Right, and even set the appointment up for you. Ask you if you want to set the appointment up with your preferred dealer. That absolutely can happen. The other thing is the car companies can pull certain diagnostics off the car and catch defective parts before they become before more cars come down the assembly line. They can get that item repaired or bring that person or that car in for service if it's a safety type issue.
So Todd, tell us how the connected car fits into the broader IoT ecosystem.
So it's really only one component. When you look at all of the different areas that we're putting SIM modules in, you're thinking about your home with home automation, you're thinking M-Health, you're thinking industrial, which would mean containers on container ships, aircraft, tractors that are running in the field. There's just so many areas where we see a benefit in connecting those devices. It could be as simple as a trash can, where it's full empty and when to dispatch a truck. It could be a wheelchair. Is the person in the wheelchair comfortable as pressures, equal within their body, and how could they adjust that to make the person more comfortable? So things I would have never imagined that we are connecting today. It's just amazing. So Sean, I'm going to show you a couple of demos now. We talked about text messaging, and also we have voice memo. So if you have dialogue that you want to send to somebody that maybe not captured very well in a text message, you can, in this car, in the demo, send a voice memo. So let me give you a demo. Send a voice memo to Todd.
Please record your memo to Todd Rose.
Hey, I'm sitting here in the Buck with Sean from RCR, and we're doing a demo.
Do you want to send this memo?
Yes.
Sending. Message sent.
So because I sent it to myself, it's going to come to my phone, and in a few seconds, there it is. And we're doing a demo. I'll play it again. I have my volume low. I'm sitting here in the car with Sean and with RCR Wireless, and we're doing a demo. So I never had to engage my cell phone, nor did I have to invoke an app and step through an app and record the memo. So very, very safe way to send a message to somebody. And in the entire process, I would not have to, again, lost attention in what I was doing. So another aspect of the connected car is we've connected digital life. So the connected car is a cloud-based service, and there's a huge number of advantages of having a cloud-based service. You can think about, even Moore's Law, 18 months, computing power would double. Within a car, by the time it comes off the assembly line, some of the equipment may be close to being obsolete. Whereas if you have this in the cloud, you got a cloud-based service where you can have compute as a service, storage as a service, all of these services, and those computers can be updated, very regularly, and the car can benefit from it. So what we've done with Digital Life being a cloud-based service, AT&T Drive being a cloud-based service, we've connected those. And I can actually control my home similar to what I can do on my cell phone, but this way I can do it through voice. So let me give you an example. What is the status of my home?
Checking on the status of your home. Your garage door is open. Your home is locked. Your alarm is off. Your house camera is on. Your house lights are off.
Close my garage door. There you go. Closes it down. So you can control your home from your car. You can get the status of it. You can, we've even gone so far as to create geofences to where you're driving away from your home. It invokes a profile that you set, like your garage door closed, house locked, alarm set, lights turned off. And then the same way if you're approaching your home, you get to close to your driveway, open the garage door, turn on the outside lights, disarm the alarm, unlock the door, and you come home to a safe house. See?
Well, Todd, I really appreciate you telling us about the work that's being done here at the AT&T Drive Studio and letting us take a look under the hood, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Sean.